Bonjour, hello, welcome to another video from MaxMountainWorld. Oh, lights are gone out, but doesn't matter, I'm prepared. In the parking here at the global headquarters, and things have changed with the parking in the station of Les-Orres 1800. Now, a couple of weeks ago I kind of did a video on this and said I was going to do one next week, which is now last week, but it kind of got a bit chaotic. So I'll go out today and let's have a look around with a little twist at the end, a strange one at the end. Watch this, the parking in Les-Orres 1800. Our park in the most part is fairly quiet, but it's it's the end of the season. We're in the second last week, so we'll go out and see what's what. All right, I've already worked on that, a bit of gravel down on the tracks. Most of the rest of the station is as was, and we had a bit of snow a couple of nights ago. You can see it didn't stay on the warm stuff, the road, but it's enhanced the white stuff, the snow. So apparently the pistes are pretty good today. So a lot of the buildings that are dotted around between the main stations, they have their own parking, they've set up their own. This has been recently tarmacked, this next place here. It was all rough gravel before, but it's all marked up as private parking. We can look over to the pistes. Not many people about at all. So what I was saying about the snow, you can see with this little bit, it's been cleared before, but no snow about, but on top of the already cold stuff, it's stuck around. Temperature just now at midday is about 2 degrees, and yeah, midday. Not many people around, and the snow looks very, very slushy here. Quite crunchy to walk on. Soft and yeah, it's not great. And it catches a few folk out as well. Yeah, coming to a halt at the bottom. Not always predictable. Yeah, it's kind of mushy, horrible, deep, but further up it'll be fantastic. I'll come back to the condition of the snow and why I'm mentioning this now. So this is down by the parade wire lift, as I say, and it's between the two stations as regards altitude. So just parked up temporarily at the side here, nothing coming, but this is where the start of the mud is, potholes, and this is where the trucks from up above are coming round doing their stuff. I daren't walk on that or I'll be walking mud around everywhere. But yeah, yeah, and that of course is all over the roads. Yeah, much muddiness and potholes, and yeah, I take it when they're finished they'll be resurfacing all this. But we're coming up now to where the buses park. This week marks the end of our visitor groups from Navette here. From the eastern countries of Europe, and this will get sort of transformed. This is ahead of us is the parking for the forest. You can see the depth of the snow that's been as well. Here comes one of our pals. It started, and up here is where all the changes are occurring. Circulation is modified, and the circulation, the sign on the right is two-way, which is normally one way, and that's because all the trucks for the project, the building operation, will be heading up there and not up through the resort of Les-Orres 1800. And another sign on the left. They've been putting these up the last couple of days, circulation two-way. So coming up here in the normal way, always got to be aware now that there might be vehicles coming down ahead of us. I just passed one off cam. And all the parking restrictions now, just starting with the barriers. If I just drop my window here, we'll see what's written on it. Stopping and stationing is forbidden from Monday 24th of March, that's today, at 0600 hours. Two-way circulation. So the barrier's all blanking off this right hand side. In the narrower part of the road as it approaches the top of Les-Orres 1800. And some of the parking is still allowed, like up here. There's the private stuff as well, new barrier installed there too. And they've shifted all these wooden barriers aside and put up the metal ones with the warnings and the graphics. I'll put that up soon in the video as well, so that people can safely pass each other. Now, as of today, at that time on the sign, that is not allowed. These guys are off the road, but I'm not too sure he's on the limit there. And as we head further down, across to the right here is okay, in front of the global headquarters. But you can see they've made it pretty wide here. Parking for seasonaires and workers and people living here. As we head down, more potholes, try and avoid them. Whoa. More potholes, more snowy on the snow. And as we come round here to where the works are actually happening. Now I can actually get round here, they've not closed this off yet. So I'll do a quick another spin around, but yeah, trucks are beginning to use it. And this will be, I reckon later on today they'll completely barrier this off, which will mean that the other part of the road there will be two-way. And these are the workers' cars here for the guys that are working on the building project. There's a Belgian car there taking advantage, that's a visitor. He'll get shifted on pretty quick, and you can see the state of the mud on the roads. Again, can't be helped, has to happen. And we're back down to here again. So I'll nip back up, if I can avoid the potholes. Alright, there's a speed limit here too. So as we come up here, you can see in the barrier here the snow. That's, the barrier's obviously cold, the road is not. The snow is cold, so, and you can see straight ahead. The various layers that are now compacted down for the recent snowfalls. We did have a lot of snow the last 3 weeks. But we needed it, we had 4 weeks of no snow. Okay, so let's just get stopped up down here somewhere at the bottom of the piece. Les-Orres 1800. I'm just going to stick the car here just now. And what I'll do is I'll go over there and show you something interesting. So the bottom of the piece at 1800, yeah, very quiet and very mushy down here. Looks good up the top there though, that's pretty spectacular. But we're just getting a bit of a system coming in, supposed to be dropping rain down here at our level here, and then turning to snow overnight again. How much we get, who knows. The forecast seemed to magically change just a few hours before whatever happens. So down here in the main area here, and before, when you wanted to walk from here at 1800 down to the main station at 1650, you would go down the stairs right at the very end there, next to the Curious Bar. So you would head down here and you would, well, depending on what was happening at the time, have a bit of a choice. They had a temporary stair built there that took you down to the car parking, and then you would head over to the right. But that's all choked off now, and I'll show you what they've provided as an alternative This is all barriered off because there's still a couple of shops and residences here as well. So stopping the likes of this from stealing parking places. We can have a little look over into what's happening down here. I'll update on the works. Mud Central down here. A lot of big equipment. And there's my friend that I passed on the road. So that's the approach road, and they've got a new entrance they've made there, and this is all where the construction's happening. Just over to the right here, you can see where they brought up some of the dirt that they'd taken away, and they made a little ramp down to the right, and I'll show you the objective on that one. The little bridge over there, the little passerelle, that is the way to go down to Les-Orres 1650 on foot. Barriered off at the bottom here, sort of barriered it there, who knows, but yeah, still kind of doable. But so I'm going to head up to the bottom of the piece there and show you what the provision is now for walking, sliding, dropping into slush, whatever, walking down to Les-Orres 1650, or indeed coming back late at night. And needless to say, things are very, very quiet here. Only one or two people around. So I'll drop through the tunnel, up onto the snow, the slush, and we'll have a look at that. So that's it for today. Little update on the parking situation here in Les-Orres 1800. And I'll be doing updates. It's on a playlist now for the works, the building project that's going on. Thanks for watching. Here I can go up the long stairs, or I'm going to visit here after for a quick coffee, the MaxMountain, and we'll go up here and we'll walk in the general direction as signed up for Les-Orres 1650 and the link to that. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Lunchtime, there's only a few people there. There's normally queues. Where is everyone? So we're walking on the snow, we'll call it snow, slush here. And right now, if I can, for a little bit, drop onto the dirt, but only so far. And then back onto the soft stuff. And we have a little sign here, depart, the place for the pedestrians as signed up. Not always obeyed. This guy's kind of helping them make it slippy. This is already awkward to walk on, and that's not just me talking with a gammy leg. So this poled off and ramped off place, you can see here it gets significantly steeper as it takes up part of the side of the piste, and it's pretty slippy. I've put my phone in my front pocket of my trousers so that if I take a tumble onto my arse, I don't break my phone. But this is pretty awkward. Whew. Yeah, and this will turn to ice at nights. This is the ramp thing that I told you they made, but it doesn't really go anywhere. It goes on to more soft snow that hasn't been too much walked on. And we go down here, and the piste machines have made this thing, but you still got to walk up and down on potentially very slippy or slushy underfoot. You can see where the piste bashers have corduroyed it a bit. And this is pretty awkward to walk. Whoa, dipped in about 6 inches there, got a shoe full of snow or ice or slush, or yeah. And then we arrive at the passerelle, where the walking gets significantly easier, and at night time it is lit up as well. And when you're coming back up at night, this is where you're supposed to go. I'll head back. I don't really want to walk up there. It's, yeah, pretty horrible. And a lot of people seem to have walked up here. I wonder why. But seem to be heading over there. Yeah. So this is what you could call a shortcut. Avoids all that awkwardness on the snow. Not sure if people are going to like me doing this one. It's not locked. That's the ski lockers. And we're going to a corridor here. Put the lights on. Now, not many people will find this, but we have a lift. We're at 0, or it's at 0. We're at -5 here, I'm led to believe. So we'll see how that looks. Not the fastest lift on the planet. Go back to 0. Signs telling you where everything is. All the parking is actually just below where we're headed for. I can actually go into the parking and I can carry right on and come out right next to our place. But this is, I think, what a lot of people have done. And you can see the amount of mud that has been left on the floor. So people seem to have found this. I don't know, I'm trying not to promote it, but we're up on 0. And we go walking along another corridor again. I don't think there's light detectors here. I think I have to hit the switch. Yep. That's a shame because it's in nice condition here, but that saves an awful lot of effort walking about on that slushy snow or walking about on ice at night if you're coming back up after a few brews down the bottom there. So we come out here, back to where the Curious Bar is, and back up to the Mac Mountain. A few more people arrived, but not busy by any stretch of the word. And a final word on the snow situation. As I said, what's been happening, it's been raining during the day, turning to snow at night, and we can see by the coloration or the darkening on the forest there where the snow line is. That's round about 2,200 or so meters. So above there would be excellent, below would be getting heavy towards the end of the day. Okay, that's it again now. Again, not many folks here. Thanks again for watching. Dogs accompanying. Cheers. The red coffee is good here. So quick final word. As I mentioned up there, you can see the line, the dark below, the light above. But I'm just looking also, as I'm having my red coffee here, up above here, you can see that it's the other way around. There's snow in the trees below, but above not. And that's because the cloud passed and the top of the cloud was actually there at about 2003 or so. So the snow line seems to have been about 2001. And it's just been a narrow cloud that's come through, chucked a load of snow down. Oh, I wish I could ski up there. Needless to say, there's chips on the go.